Tony Waltenburg, and I will be doing the leader for the discussion board 5. So, in Kimberly Crenshaw's TED Talk about race and gender bias, Crenshaw discusses the urgency of awareness of intersectionality, which she defines as the creation of overlapping and interdependent systems of racism, sexism, and classism among social groups. She explains the virtual isolation of black women, how government policies put into place overlook the obvious disadvantage that African American women suffer through. She brings up the idea of the need for framing and uses the example of trickle-down social justice, which is the approach assuming that black women are included in a male-dominated social issue, to illustrate the failure of logic by policymakers in America. Crenshaw explains that the idea of an issue affecting black people and an issue involving women will lead people to believe that black women are included in this impact of social justice, but are often left in between the cracks. She brings up the story of Emma DeGraffenreid, which she uses as a base to create change and understand how we can combat overlapping racism, in which the conversation of intersectionality had begun. She uses the movement of the hashtag #SayHerName to fight against the underrepresentation of black women in the mass media, and uses example of victims of police brutality to open the eyes of those that are not aware of current social issues plaguing the United States. I find her explanation of intersectionality as eye-opening, really because I was victim to the use of trickle-down social justice, which she had explained earlier in her TED Talk. I hadn't realized the underrepresentation of violence against black women, and I kind of turned a blind eye to the overlapping factors that these women face unnecessarily. One of the questions that I posed for this discussion is, how does social context affect our perception of race, gender, and